Rape, toxic workplace culture, and misogyny. These are the recent allegations coming out of Australian politics. This woman recently came forward to say that a male political advisor for the ruling Liberal Party raped her on a couch in the Defence Minister's office in the Parliament House in 2019.
Yeah, I woke up mid-rape, essentially.
Brittany Higgins was a junior staffer with the Liberal Party and says nothing was done when she told officials what had happened.
The first thing that sort of awoke me was I was in a pain. My leg was kind of being crushed. The senior staffer was on top of me. He was clearly almost finished.
Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison denied knowing any details of Higgins' rape, even though many of his officials reportedly knew about it. Ministers, presiding officers, parliamentary police, security, members of parliamentary staff, and at least one of Morrison's own staff members. The Australian public was further outraged when the Prime Minister said he only realised the gravity of what Higgins went through after discussing it with his wife, who asked him to consider the issue as a father.
She said to me, "You have to think about this as a father."
It shouldn't take having children to have a conscience. And actually, on top of that, having children doesn't guarantee a conscience. Oh, it's not surprising to me at all. Cover-up culture, the abuse of power is not unique to Parliament.
Home Affairs Minister Peter Dutton, who was also at the event before Higgins was raped, also drew strong backlash when he said the following after being asked why he reportedly didn't tell the Prime Minister.
I wasn't provided with the she said, he said details of the allegations.
This is why women don't come forward when they have experienced sexual assault or rape.
Defence Minister Linda Reynolds called Brittany Higgins a lying cow in front of other staff members, and the Prime Minister defended Reynolds.
They're human beings. They say things that sometimes they deeply regret. I'm sure that all of you have found yourself at a time of frustration perhaps saying things you regret. And I would simply ask you, given the comment was made in a private place, that you offer the same generosity to how you'd perceive something you might have said.
But Brittany Higgins' decision to come forward brought more scandals to light.
If everything that you say is true, it sounds to me like the easiest place in this country to rape a woman and get away with it is Parliament House in Canberra.
At least 4 other women have come forward to local media outlets to accuse the same man of sexual assault or harassment. Another claim was that an Australian cabinet minister raped a 16-year-old girl in 1988 and she reportedly killed herself shortly after speaking to the police. PM Morrison evaded questions as to whether he knew about the alleged rape and said he had been aware of some rumours, which he discussed with the minister.
And I had a discussion with the individual, as I said, who absolutely rejects these allegations. And so, after having spoken to the Commissioner and to the Secretary and Deputy Secretary of my department at this stage, there are no matters that require my immediate attention.
But after days of pressure, including from former Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull, the accused minister had to come forward to reveal his identity. Christian Porter is the man alleged to have raped the 16-year-old in 1988 who reported her complaint to the police last year. The police did not take a formal statement from her and she reportedly killed herself shortly after.
Can I just say, these conspiracy theories that are just everywhere, including about the circumstances of this poor girl's death, it's just absolutely wild.
Legal experts and former PM Malcolm Turnbull are calling for an independent investigation into the historic rape allegation and the circumstances surrounding her death. But the New South Wales Police have said they will drop the investigation due to insufficient admissible evidence, while South Australia Police have said that their investigation is ongoing.
When we're dealing with the first officer of the law in this country, he's in the highest public office, and there is a serious allegation outstanding against him, and regrettably his denial of the allegation doesn't get us to a resolution. So there still needs to be some form of inquiry.
Mistreatment of women in the Australian Parliament also made global headlines in 2012 after the first female Prime Minister, Julia Gillard, accused opposition leader Tony Abbott of misogyny. Currently, 16 of 22 ministers in PM Scott Morrison's cabinet are men. We are yet to see whether other sexual abuse allegations will come to light in the coming days.